Hey guys, today I am going to show you how to properly and efficiently farm the Vault of Glass red border weapons. In this guide I'm going to include multiple methods such as skating, moving the relic, doing challenges and any cheese methods out there. I'll be comparing each method to see which one is more efficient, that way you don't end up wasting your time. First of all, you can get 2 guaranteed red borders each week by completing the half-turn quest and buying the second red border at the end of the raid. I suggest buying the shotgun since it's the most annoying one to farm. When it comes to farming, we are starting with the Templar, and this is where you will obtain the hand cannon, scout rifle and machine gun. For loadouts, Lord of Wolves hipfire absolutely shreds enemies right now, so I suggest using that. But if you don't have it, then honestly most linear fusion rifles and grenade launchers such as Sleeper, Doom Petitioner, Edge Transit or Chill Inhibitor will do the job just fine for an easy one phase. You will also want a Well of Radiance or sometimes even 2 if your damage isn't the greatest. Aside from that, the rest can be your typical damaging supers. When it comes to farming Templar, there's 3 main ways of doing it. One of them is to simply do the encounter, which only requires you to shoot the 3 oracles that spawn in the right order. After that, you simply DPS the boss, while the relic runner prevents the boss from teleporting by stepping on the rings that spawn around the map. This method takes around 30 seconds per run, or 3 minutes total with loading times. The second method is the alt cheese one, where 5 players jump off the map, while the relic runner picks up the relic and fails the mechanic of the encounter on purpose. You can do this by simply hiding from the boss until the encounter fails. You will know this happened when you see a text saying marked by an oracle on the bottom left side of your screen. After that, you need to step in the middle to get cleansed while your teammates start reviving and getting ready to DPS the boss. After cleansing, you pop your relic super to break the Templar shield so your teammates can start DPSing. Once you do that, remember to start looking for the rings that spawn around the map, because you're going to have to stand in them in order to prevent the Templar from teleporting. Do this until the boss is dead. This is by far the slowest method since it takes 60 seconds or 4 minutes with loading times. Lastly, the third method is actually the most popular one right now, but it does require a little bit of practice. For this method, we are going to be breaking the Templar shield instantly by abusing the rally flag glitch, which allows you to fully fill up your super meter when holding the relic. However, because the rally point isn't close to the relic, we are going to be moving the flag by using a couple of different methods that include Eager Edge Swords or Ward Line 0 if you don't have those. For this method, your teammates can simply wait at the DPS spot while you move the flag. In order to move the flag, you have to either position yourself on the left or right side of the rally spot, and once you're ready, you can pull out your sword and start rallying the flag. After that, you heavy attack as soon as you see that your rally is about to be completed, usually around the 80 to 90% mark. Do keep in mind that this can also be done by jumping and light attacking instead of heavy. This won't launch you as far, but it will be close enough to the relic, so use whichever method you're more comfortable with. When performed correctly, you will end up flying and the flag will be placed next to the relic. After that, you wait for your teammates to rally, and then you can go ahead and rally yourself, but make sure that you instantly pick up the relic as soon as you're rallied. This will give you a full super charge, which you can shoot against the boss to break the shield. However, here's something no one tells you. You don't actually need to get this right each time, because getting the flag to the stairs is more than enough. From here, you can simply pull out your sword again, jump, rally, light attack with Eager Edge, and pick up the relic as you're landing. The time frame to do this is very generous, and with a little bit of practice, you can get it right every single run. This is how I actually do it in most of my runs. After breaking the Templar shield, you simply run around the map looking for those white rings which you have to stand on to prevent the boss from teleporting. This method is the quickest and most efficient since it only takes 20 seconds to finish the encounter or 2 minutes and 45 seconds with loading times. As you can see, the rally flag glitch method is the quickest and I highly recommend doing it since it's extremely simple once you get it down. If not, then simply doing it the normal and legit way is also perfectly fine as long as your team knows the oracle mechanics or you know how to solo them. One last thing that I quickly wanted to include is that you can actually move the relic with this box on the right side of the stairs. This will allow you to move it pretty much anywhere you want in case you want to get it closer to the flag. Now, you shouldn't really need to do this, but it's good to know just in case. The challenge for Templar is really simple, you just can't let the boss teleport, which you should be doing anyways. Atheon is next up, and in here you'll be able to obtain the rocket launcher, sniper and machine gun. Once again, this should be a really simple one phase as long as you're running the right loadouts. In this case, you ideally want at least one, preferably 2 Verity's Brow Warlocks with fusion grenades. Having Xenophage also helps when breaking oracles, but you can also do it with snipers, linear fusion rifles or even machine guns. And here, there's realistically only one method that you should be doing, and that is the challenge. I mean, you could have someone solo the oracles, which is very simple with Xenophage, but then you wouldn't be completing the challenge, thus only getting 1 item per run. So the challenge method is by far the most efficient since you will be getting 2 items. And it's quite simple once you set it up. Challenge requires you to only break 1 oracle per player in each wave when you get teleported, which means that all you have to do is assign an order for the 3 people getting teleported. Those 3 people will shoot each oracle in their assigned order 3 times total, and that's it. For example, in this run I was always shooting the 2nd oracle, while the relic holder was always shooting the 3rd and last oracle. Once you're done with the 3 waves of oracles, you can come out for damage. To get the same 3 people getting teleported each run, simply have your other teammates jump off the map before starting the encounter. They can revive as soon as your other 3 teammates get teleported. So this is basically the same as soloing oracles, but with 3 people instead. If you're on the outside, you simply need to call out the oracles and stand in the appropriate plate, that being either Venus or Mars. Once you've done 3 waves of oracles, you can go ahead and get ready for DPS. If you're a Verity's Warlock, then start stacking up your exotic. One last thing to keep in mind is to watch out for the detain debuff while DPSing the boss, since now it appears on the top of your screen instead of the bottom, which can confuse some players. If you do get the detain debuff, make sure you stay away from your team. These 2 very simple farms alone will get you 5 out of the 6 weapons in Vault of Glass, the last one being the shotgun, which honestly you really won't be using in PvE much, but if you insist on getting it, then the first encounter of the raid is very simple, since all you have to do is stand on the plates while defending them. This can be done as a team of 3, and you can even solo it if you really want to. There's also the out of bound glitch that lets you skip it for even more solo shenanigans. And that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide, and if you have any questions, feel free to join the Discord server and ask anything. Have a great rest of your day.